Hi everyone, Janelle here on the blog today, and I've got a video tutorial for you on learning how to face swap. You know, more than once I've taken a series of photos of kids or of people, and one person is always either not smiling in the photo that I like the best of everyone else, or their eyes are closed, but in another photo their eyes are open, but somebody else's are closed, or you don't like the way that someone else is smiling, and you just wish that there was a way that you could just smash all those images together to get that perfect photo of everyone. And I am going to show you how you can actually do that today. And it's honestly not too difficult. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to show you the two photos that I've chosen to use today. I've got this photo here of my three kids that my friend took for me. I really like my son's face and my daughter's face, but my baby's face here, I have a cuter picture of him that I would like to put onto this photo if at all possible. So I'm going to show you the other picture here. See, just his eyes are smiling, his face is just, it's a much sweeter, happier face. But of course now my son is staring down at him, and it's not a good picture of my older son anymore. So what I'm going to try and do today is I want to take this face and put it with this photo. And again, it's not too difficult. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to take the photo that has the most faces correct in it, or the most faces that I like or that are going to stay the same, and I'm going to drag that photo on top of the one that I want to add into it. So I'm going to take this photo here and I'm going to click and drag, and then hold my shift key when I release my mouse, and it will line those photos up perfectly for you, which works really well if you've been, clicking, and you've got a whole series of photos where you stood still. Now actually this photo and this photo have very different angles, so I'm going to have to do some moving, but I'll show you a really easy way to make sure that it gets moved right where it needs to be. So before we start anything else, I want you to take your background layer and you're going to click Control or Command J to make a copy, and then go ahead and turn your background layer off. Now I'm going to take my top layer and I'm going to change the blending mode from normal to difference. And it looks like a negative or an x-ray kind of image, and that's exactly what I want, because difference allows you to see exactly what is different with the layer beneath it. So now I want to leave that top layer the same because that's the one that I've decided I like the best, and I'm going to manipulate the layer that is underneath it. So I'm going to click on my background copy, and then what you want to do is try and line up the features of the face that you are trying to swap. So right here I'm going to try and line up my baby's eyes, and you can see they are not lined up at all because the angle is different, it was turned. So I'm going to rotate my photo and try and get those features lined up just as closely as I possibly can. So now they're looking right about that. Now I just need to move it a little bit here. Okay, and I think that may just do the trick. Go ahead and hit enter when you're done, and let's see, let's zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, you know what? I think that's going to be close enough to do the trick. So now I'm going to go back to my top layer and we're going to get rid of this difference. We're going to change it back to normal from difference. So select your blending modes and say normal. And there it is. I've got my regular picture back. Now what I want to do is I am going to use a layer mask to try and hide his face from this picture and allow this face from the picture underneath it to show through. So I'm going to select the Add a Layer Mask button, and you can see that your layer mask has been added because this white box will appear next to your photo, and then you want to select your brush. So you can hit the B key on your photo, or you can click brush over here, and make sure that you've got your black color because we're going to hide or conceal this portion of his face on the layer mask. So again, make sure layer mask is selected, you've got a brush, and your color is black, and I'm just going to start, and make sure that you have a soft round brush. And I'm just going to start painting over those features that I want to show through from that bottom photo. Now, I'm not going to worry about his whole head because if I try and do his ear and his hairline, then I'm going to mess it, or I'm going to run into problems with my son's shirt on this side and my daughter's shirt here, and possibly even his shirt if I'm trying to mess with his chin. So let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this layer mask so that you can see the before and the after. I'm going to right click and say disable. And there was the original face. And if I right click and say enable, there is his happy little face. So really easy fix for face swapping. It can be a little bit harder if you have to do full faces, but this will give you the basic technique to learn where you can start trying and learning to do more of it on your own. So there you have it, face swapping, not too bad. Hopefully you learned something new, and I look forward to teaching you again next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.